Hello there YouTube, it's your Bobby 3, back with another kicking action figure review. Today, I'm still sick, and we are looking at the Playmates Toys Gorosaurus from their Godzilla line. This guy runs about 12 bucks. This is the first release of the orange packaging. I believe it was sent to me by my friend Project Godzilla. Check out his stuff. Rower. Sorry about that, I'm going to try to keep that at a minimum. But, yeah. First off, I just want to give props to Playmates. Adult collectors don't really seem to like their sculpts very much, but these figures are for kids, so we are going to judge them by kids' toy standards. And if I was a kid, I would have gone ballistic for this Gorosaurus. Playmates focusing on a lot of these more obscure kaiju, I think is excellent, because kids who are fans here in the States wouldn't be able to get them. And then, you know, after Playmates started doing this, it kind of seems like Bandai Japan's Movie Monster series is kind of maybe trying to compete with Playmates and YMSF. Because even though YMSF's figures are about the same quality as the Movie Monster series for the most part, they... oh, I had better paint for sure. But, you know, the same amount of articulation. And then these are super cheap, so I think the Movie Monster series is trying to be like, oh man, YMSF and Playmates releasing these obscure characters. We gotta start releasing some obscure ones. So, you know, thanks for forcing Bandai's hand for me, Playmates. And they're doing better than Bandai Creations, who just released the same things over and over and over and over. But it's an affordable Gorosaurus for kids, you know. When I was a kid, like, the cheapest Gorosaurus was like $100. So it's nice to have a $12 one. And he's very cool. I actually, when I look at him, I see something a bit more reminiscent of The Last Dinosaur than I do Gorosaurus. So this is my last dinosaur figure, because I have a YMSF Gorosaurus. That's pretty cool. But this guy is actually, I think he's a good figure. You know, he's got that nice Gorosaurus blue. I think the sculpt is pretty good, because Gorosaurus is a goofy looking kaiju. Like, he is. We all know it. He is. He's got his big kangaroo kick, which is a cool ability. So the paint's basic, but it's really all Gorosaurus needs, especially on a cheap kid's toy. I mean, the mouth is all painted up, and the teeth are individually painted. Huh? Individually painted teeth? I mean, come on. A lot of people would have just gone white all the way across, but no, the gums and teeth are painted individually. I think that's a pretty good detail on a figure of this price point. Honestly, I really do. And let's look at his articulation, because he has a good bit. I mean, he has a rotation on the head, forward and back on both arms, which aren't symmetrical. I like that he's not symmetrical. He's got a rotation on the tail, and both his legs articulate, which means kids can do the kangaroo kick. Knock Ghidorah right down onto the ground. That's really cool that he can do the kangaroo kick. I think that is, actually, that's a huge selling point for me, that he has leg articulation. Gorgosaurus needs leg articulation because his signature move requires it, you know? But yeah, I think he's cool. Let's move on to size comparisons. Let's compare him with some other Playmates Godzilla toys first. Here he is with the Toho Collection Shin Godzilla 4th Form 2016. You know, this is their second one they made. Pretty cool. Me likey. I think that works great. Here's one from his wave. It is the 1956 Rodan. So this Rodan wasn't even in a Godzilla movie. Okay, cool. They look great. Now let's compare him with some Ultraman stuff. How about a Movie Monster series Darkon? He was from Traeger, I think? Yeah. That's cool. Here he is with Artificial Life M1 from Ultra Q. Also, Movie Monster series. And then, how about an Ultra Action figure Shin Ultraman? I didn't go see it in theaters when it was out because I was just so tired and busy. You know, I did start little collectibles business with an online store and a physical store at the shops of Monticello in Monticello, Georgia. They kiss. I actually really like this scaling. I think it looks great. Now let's compare him with, how about just a dinosaur figure? Here he is with the Papo Carnotaurus. Best buds. They kiss. I don't want to compare him with a dino because that's what he is. He's a fictional dino, you know. Plus I like to, you know, size my dinos with my kaiju and I display them all together, so. Now how about a NECA? Here's the NECA Ultimate Skull Island King Kong. You know, and I did need to show him with a Kong because he was originally a Kong monster. So that's that. Kong's pretty big for him. Speaking of big for him, here he is with the Diamond Select Obsidian Fury, who is just so tall. No, that ain't working. But he scales well with his own line, and that's what matters. So all in all, I think this is a great cheaper option for adult collectors, but I think this is a super fun toy for kids. If your kid is really into kaiju, but and they want some of the more obscure kaiju, Playmates has really got it going on. I do recommend this kind of Playmates basic vinyl line. I don't care what other adult collectors say, I like it a lot. I like that they're giving us the more obscure kaiju. I think the quality and price point match perfectly. And I'm just so happy that the kids, like honestly, kids just have it so great with kaiju today. And I love that the kids now are growing up in a kaiju renaissance. That makes me so happy. So happy. A whole new generation of kaiju fans that will be able to experience it far better than I ever could have as a kid. That's it. Thank you all once again for your support, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.